Hi, I'm Michelle, and I'd like to share with you why I decided to join the Operation Diversity Academy. My son is now 11. I have suspected since he was in reception and towards the end of year one that he was probably dyslexic. Through battling with school and getting nowhere, I did a Facebook search for dyslexia support and came across the dyslexia support Facebook community, and through there got chatting with Sarah and other parents, and then suddenly realised I wasn't alone, and perhaps wasn't making it up as I'd been made to feel, and that I wasn't a bad parent as I'd been made to feel by the school. And when the academy came along, I couldn't not join because of all the support I'd already had from Sarah and other mums. Just talking to them, just knowing I wasn't alone out there was amazing. Through joining the academy, we have had so much more support. We now have a behaviour specialist that helps us, our lovely Gwen. Gwen has spoken to my son a couple of times now, trying to help him with his anxieties about going to secondary school or through the loss of a grandparent, and just tried to have a quick chat with him and let him know it's okay to feel how he feels. You couldn't get that support just from your NHS, just a quick call from someone who says, I get it, I know what you're thinking. Through the academy, Nathan has spoken to other children his age, and he suddenly realises that he's not the only one out there with dyslexia, and that he says has helped him. He still feels troubled with his dyslexia, but we're working on that. I feel so much better. I know I have a place where I can go and put how I feel, and no one's going to judge me, and no one's going to think I'm a bad parent, because we're all in the same boat. We all have days where our children have these massive meltdowns about schoolwork or don't want to go to school because there's too much writing. We have webinars that Sarah organises that give us so much support. The most recent one, I think, was from Microsoft, showing us how to get Microsoft Online to read text to your students or to your children. You can you can do all sorts of things with it, and it's just amazing that you can put a piece of text in this Microsoft Windows app and it just reads it to the children. I mean, how amazing is that? They can suddenly access everything, and without the academy I wouldn't have known about just that little snippet. Emotionally, I know there are people that are always there, that always understand. Just a bit better than talking to your friends, because these people are going through it too, and they know what's happening in your life, and they know the struggles you face when it comes to homework and not wanting to go to school, and just amazing support. I now realise that I have a place to air my views, to air how I feel. Nathan has a place he can come. There are mini gatherings where the children get to speak to each other, and he can come on and have a chat if he feels he wants, or he can just listen if he doesn't feel confident that day to come and have a chat. He can just listen to everybody else. The grown-ups have a chance to do the same, and you just get together with other parents that are going through the same thing and realise you're not alone. The community is amazing that Sarah has built up, and quite frankly I don't know what I'd do without it. I'd still be struggling. I'd still be feeling that I was a terrible mother and not supporting my children, but I don't feel like that quite as much. I'm getting emotional now. We all want what's best for our children, and we all get very emotionally attached because they're our children, they're our babies. With Operation Diversity Academy, you have a place where you can go, where you can get that support. You don't have to go on a waiting list for years at a time. You can get that support right there, right then. And we have all sorts of webinars and training that help us. Before I joined the academy, I just thought this was how it was going to be. Now I have the tools to go and fight my son's corner and go into school and say, okay, what are you going to do for him? This is what you can do. This is what I can do. We need to work together, and we need to do it together. And Operation Diversity Academy has given the courage and the strength to continue fighting for my son, and know that as his parent, I know him better. I know him best. I am that mum.